teams actually match up super well versus each other. Very similar kind of play styles. We'll see how it plays out coming in.
And the picks as well, as the panel said, something a little different. Arteezy on the Timbersaw, but what seems to be a very strong finisher from Newbee. They seem to love it. Do you like this as well? XCCC getting the OD.
I love the OD pick here. It's super good to disrupt the combos, very good for the pure damage versus Timbersaw as well, and one of his most comfortable heroes. So definitely looking strong for XCCC, which we've been saying on the panel. He is the one to focus on.
He is.
Newbee team.
I mean, as Ben was saying, you know, at the start of that section, coming into this, it's hard for teams to have a mid that's going to be able to stand toe-to-toe with Sumail, but XCCC on the OD. Sumail, of course, on the Mirana, as Peter kind of talked about, maybe EG shuffling things around just to try and get the favorable matchups. Is this a lane there where Sumail can still, you know, kind of flaunt himself and get the edge against XCCC?
Yeah, he should be able to do fine. And I'm assuming that we're going to have like Zai chilling around the mid area too, so he's going to put the extra pressure around. So I think Sumail will be just fine in that matchup. It's probably slightly OD favored, but Mirana has the scaling factor where you get like the double Wraith, and you know, your attack animation isn't the greatest, but you can do that when you have a secondary Naga there.
Alright, here we go, ladies and gentlemen, getting ourselves into game one of this best of 3 series in the upper bracket. And my, oh my, what a game this has the potential to set up to be as we go through the lineup of Newbee. Faith, of course, supporting up on the Disruptor. And Arteezy building Pipe of Insight, taking a page out of Eternal Envy's book there. XCCC on mid. Mugi, the carry Venomancer. Something that Evil Geniuses himself, of course, will know quite well. You know, we've seen in the past, was it back at Epicenter, pretty much every game Arteezy played.
Yeah,
Venomancer.
I talked to Jack.
So he's going to know how to deal with it.
Yeah, I talked to Jack a little bit before this game actually happened, and he was letting me know. He's like, yeah, Newbee, of course, they highly respect EG, but not only that, they've looked at them in the past, and they've actually taken a couple strategies, a couple heroes from them, and tried them out. So this shows it right away with this kind of draft. So the OD is really cool here, not just for, of course, like the save mechanic as we were talking about with the Astral, but the Essence Aura can put a big factor in with the Abaddon push with the Venomancer. You're going to have like that infinite mana sustain kind of going on. We have an early smoke coming out, it looks like Newbee. They're trying to get deep and aggressive onto that first bounty rune.
So they can get this as, at the moment, obviously, up in EG's own jungle, only Arteezy all by his lonesome, so Newbee definitely have the chance to catch him if it does come too close to this top bounty.
We've got a double, both teams actually smoked up and went for the opposing bounty runes. So some dodging action, it looks like happening.
Yeah, EG having the chance to do connection impact onto the Abaddon. They are going to spot each other out, and we'll see if they try and make a go. KP trying to man up. Between these three, quite hard to bring down the Abaddon, and put out by the torrent. In fact, he's just got the 1 level in the Aphotic Shield. I don't know if it's going to be enough there already. EG chasing down KP, and that will be... Oh! Tries to salve up, not quite enough. Universe takes the first blood.
Don't believe he got the Stout Shield block there. He was hoping for it, of course, but yeah, nice play coming out. Beautiful torrent. KP tried to juke it, but unable to do so.
Yeah, great start for Universe, of course, down on that bottom lane. It's going to be paired up at the moment with Naga Siren, and indeed, as you mentioned, looks like EG are going to have the focus of 2 towards mid. Try and keep XCCC on his toes in this matchup against Sumail's Mirana.
So we didn't get to touch too much on it either. EG is running the dual melee supports, which we've been seeing kind of rise a bit more now, but this time around it's strange, right? Like when they've had the Naga, they've been tending to have like that disruptor as the panel was mentioning. This time though, getting the Kunkka, having that big AoE kind of team fight and catch, which they were lacking. I'm pretty sure that's just why they wanted having that catch, which they were lacking.
Bottom lane again, Zai. Looking for the body blocks on KP. They will be able to burn through the first shield. But again, this dual lane, not a lane that I'm too used to seeing, really. You know, Nature's Prophet and Naga Siren, but it seems to be doing pretty well at the moment against this solo lane KP Abaddon.
Arteezy is making his journey. He has walked from the top lane all the way down to bottom. He has now arrived. So he is going to be versus that Abaddon, and they're both just about level 1. So they're going to be able to trade right clicks with each other, and University is making the adjustment. They want to have that Timber versus Abaddon matchup.
That in mind as KP sees it. We'll see if they themselves want to make any sort of adjustment. At mid lane though, that's going to be the into the setup. They're not going to follow through on it, just looking for harassment onto Sumail. Didn't quite have the Burrow strike back up.
They stacked the Burrow and the Astral there actually by accident. They could have put a little more harass. Not a kill, but slight little miscommunication coming up between the two of them.
Bounty. See this bottom lane matchup, Arteezy, as you say, on this Timbersaw, being able to heavily nuke down the Abaddon. KP only sitting on 1 CS at the moment in this bottom lane. He has not had a fun opening because of the pressure and the matchups that EG have managed to try and get him on this bottom lane. Elsewhere, of course, things looking quite nice for Newbee. You have this Venomancer And at the moment, Mugi pretty much free farm up on this top lane. Not a lot that EG can do to slow him down. He's nearly level 3. He's got the backup of his supports. It's a scary lane. Universe and Zai have to be very careful.
Invis tanking.
Especially with Kaka coming in, getting the 2-man Burrow Strike from Invis. Universe he's going for the TP out, but he's not going to quite make it. That'll be one. Zai will just get himself away. Mid lane, Sumail and Crit at the same time, going in for the harassment. But as we're seeing, this top lane tri-lane, I mean, granted, the Sun King did have an Invis, but there's definitely kill potential here for Newbee. Oh, hey, Universe! He just finds himself a freebie. KP in the jungle. I don't know if he was trying to deny himself there. It was only to the small neutrals, but it didn't work out. Universe was ready to go.
Yeah, picking up those phase boots when he TP'd back. This is scary for KP because now he doesn't really have a good place to go. Bottom lane is impossible for him to actually stand toe-to-toe with the Timbersaw. He can get some trade farm, but he can't harass him, really. Like in the nature of the matchup, if it's a direct 1v1, Abaddon versus Timber right at the start, Abaddon can deal with it because you get your passive and you're able to right-click and harass. But now the Timbersaw has an advantage, which makes it super difficult for his melee strength hero. Yeah,
absolutely. Every other lane, you know, top and middle, looking to go fairly even for the time being. But that bottom lane, really a struggle for KP and Newbee. But perhaps that's the plan. Maybe they felt that always, you know, the Abaddon's lane in this draft, it was always going to be tough. It was always going to be the lane that was going to be sacked by the team, and Newbee themselves will look to try and make up for it elsewhere. I mean, he's still getting the levels. And as we've seen, he has died a couple of times, but you know, once he's sort of the level 4 point, he's got an extra point in the Aphotic Shield, he should feel a little safer.
Yeah, just a bit safer, for sure. He's always able to shield off the Whirling Death debuff, so he can't get 2 of them stacked up on himself, but Arteezy diving under.
They've got a lot of diving potential. Is he going to go down again? He does get the deny off with the mist coil. But the pressure really being put up for KP on this bottom lane. EG are not a fan.
Yeah, that secondary point in the Whirling Death. If anytime you go near the tree line, you get hit by that pure damage and the stat reduction. But yeah, he can shield it off, but it's still, yeah, that nature of the matchup is too hard when the Timbersaw is giving an advantage. He's got to still keep TPing down there though, so he still has to be getting that experience. His job in this game, he has to be a bit farmed. So
he had to be careful there. Came a little too close to the CS, and now there's the setup with the Astral Imprisonment coming in with the Burrow Strike. Faith there as well to join the party. We'll get the value CS on the way down with the arrow. But that will be Sumail taken out. Same time though, up top, they realize that Mugi, he's left alone, and Evil Geniuses, as soon as they see an opportunity on top, they try and go, but Mugi's just a little too big. Tangos it up, walks away. As Newbee certainly making the favorable trade there. Evil Genius is trying to make something happen as soon as they realize both supports are moved mid, but they couldn't quite get that Venom.
It's always the scary thing about laning first is that OD. Even though the CS is relatively close, OD of course pulls ahead with some denies. You know, your Astral enemy can get 3 last hits under it, but correct. The Astral, you have to be very careful from those rotations coming in from Sun King Disruptor. And Newbee really needs to make sure that they do get those successful ganks because they're running an aggro tri-lane. So when you run this, your supports sometimes get under-leveled. You have to make sure to distribute your experience resources properly so you don't get behind.
Look at this mid lane again, so much attention being put. Universe trying to see if he can find the position to TP in. He's playing around with it.
Kaka's there, he's set up.
He is prepared to turn if Universe does commit. And Universe will actually turn his attention up towards the top lane where, for the time being, hanging around there with the Naga Siren. Good design.
So we've actually got, it's 5 minutes, first catapult wave. KP actually pulls the lane bottom. So now Arteezy's got a full wave and a catapult going under the tower.
KP has to be so careful.
He's got to, they're going to push this tower here.
He can easily dive this tower here, especially with the help of Universe. KP, we're going to be in trouble again. The shield's taken down. They will sprout him up, trying to get Arteezy in position to get the burst damage through, but as it is,
right clicks are adding up.
Right clicks, he's just doing it here. KP, he's going to be going down again. The same time though in the mid lane, Newbee again with that tri-lane play, bringing in the 2 supports do get Sumail.
Nice rotations from both teams. Universe recognizing that catapult bottom. The catapult actually dies though. So KP actually pulling them away from there, lets the catapult go down and alleviates a lot of tower damage that would be coming out. But EG definitely communicating on all fronts. Arteezy probably like, hey Universe, you know, catapult wave coming down, we can dive this, and they do it perfectly.
For sure. I mean, we can see in the mid lane now, Crit is back there. It really feels like they need to put more into trying to protect Sumail. You know, just having some sort of torrent for counter players. As we've seen Newbee get away with this Astral Imprisonment setup twice. Bottom lane, Arteezy will take the tower. KP and Kaka in the neighborhood, but of course Arteezy not feeling too scared at all now. He's level 6, he can pick up the arcane boots from the side shop, and he's top of the net worth.
Nice for their team. Top lane Mugi's been contesting this tri/quad stack that it was for a while with his Blade Lords. Actually claimed him as the majority of it, so a bit of a win coming there for him. Zai though now contesting it as well, and Zai's doing incredibly long levels. Almost arcane boots, almost level 6 on Naga. Gonna be very relevant in the next upcoming fights with that sort of setup.
Bottom lane, KP, I mean, he's back here trying to get what he can against Arteezy, but he has to be so careful at this point where he's still yet to hit 6 himself.
Newbee wants to use this catapult top that they still have. They smoke up, they're trying to put the pressure on Universe and that safe lane tower. They should be able to with their timing as well, but EG seems to know something's up. They're making the rotation with Zai and with Crit.
You've got the 2 points in glimpse on Faith, so have very good catch potential. Depends how deep they want to go. And he's back.
Oh, he's trapped. Faith? Oh no!
He's just going to set up for the kill there with the illusion block, trapping the disruptor in. So see if they can play around for more. Torrent will connect onto Kaka. We saw just there the support Naga with the block, the Riptide and the illusion. Just absolutely shreds to pieces that disruptor.
They really wanted to go for that dive. They really wanted to get that tower. Match that aggression from EG towards bottom. So 2,000 gold lead right now going for EG, making slightly the better move so far. And they're actually the ones who are able to pressure towers a little bit better with that Nature's Prophet. Universe showing up to all those threats. With the drum now finished up, phase drum 8 minutes. Pretty darn good.
Very good timing there for Universe. Same as well. Let's see what the build's going to be this game from Mugi. Looks like he's eyeing up the treads into the 4-star. So he has that extra maneuverability. There is a lot of catch and chase down from EG with the X marks and such, but the same certainly to be said by Newbee.
4 steps are very important in this game too, because they already have the combo from EG, you know, the land the arrows. Of course, gives you bad and shield movement, but makes them further away like that. Arteezy bottom looks like they're making the move for him.
He's got to get out of it. SCCC and Faith both looking for it. They will get the glimpse back, but
the timber chain all the way across,
and he goes for the TP out. Arteezy, the 10K madman, gets away. What a cute little play there from the boy. Top lane, Mugi as well. He says I could TP out, but no, Zai's there.
And the arrow.
6. The arrow's in. EG take down Mugi.
They have detection, says Crit.
Destroy the barracks, then get back. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, Sumail here. There's still tier 1s to take down.
But that's impressive there. This is all because of how efficient Zai's being with his movements. He's level 6 pre-10 minutes. So that means without the tome, if he wasn't 6 there, that kill was not happening.
Arteezy for the hood build next and such.
Definitely.
Almost certainly going back for the Bloodstone after.
Yeah, the hood versus like Sand King, Venomancer, Disruptor, it's just way too much magical damage.
See if they can get a catch up top. Does have the backup. Here we go with the glimpse back. But look, the X play. Sweet little play. Very, very strong to have the Kunkka against this Disruptor.
Something we've talked about in the past, but this time around it was a little bit forgotten about how powerful that X can be versus Disruptor.
Absolutely, totally destroys.
Play.
Yeah, what Newbee is trying to do then, and you know every time they go for that glimpse play, there's going to be numerous heroes there. So essentially, you know, a large amount of time wasted for Newbee and SCCC, who was in the neighborhood looking to get involved in the kill.
SCCC is like the big person they have to play around for the kills now. Venomancer, not really the greatest at going for these kills with everybody else now because of how much escape EG really does have. The Timbersaw, Mirana, both very hard to kill heroes if they don't have that damage or that lockdown. Now they do have Disruptor 6 on Newbee, so they can respond with that Static Storm, but now EG making the move, looking for KP.
KP is level 7 now, of course, so with the Max Athletic Shield and the Borrowed Time, he's quite a tricky target.
That's not a great place either. There's power, but now with Arteezy coming in and KP overextending a bit.
With him coming out this far, they definitely should have potential to bring him down twice. Here's the first setup from Crit, brings him back into Torrent. Borrowed Time out straight away. KP, he has got backup on the way. Faith TP's in, Athletic Shield's out again. KP should be fine. Now it's Evil Geniuses that have to be careful. Faith with the glimpse back onto Crit. SCCC in the neighborhood as well, trying to chase this down. Can he quite close the gap for the Astral? There's going to be the Torrent to create the space. In fact, EG jump back in. The Starstorm for Sumail. They take down KP, and they may even get more out of this as well. They walk out the Static Storm, and Evil Geniuses just turn around.
They had everything going for them there. Newbee in a place where it was a awkward place, like awkward location to fight. Arteezy able to delay it long enough for the backup to arrive. Universe with the Wrath of Nature. More than enough damage coming through.
Newbee there really did feel that they had the chance to turn it, and to be fair, it did look like they did, but as you say, Evil Geniuses turning up as a team, taking the fight, taking the tier 2 here on the bottom lane, 12 minutes in the tier 2.
That gives them so many access points now into Newbee jungle. And it makes it a bit awkward now. Newbee had to like park somebody bottom all the time to be able to deal with that push, because now Nature's Prophet has an avenue to be able to start chipping at that high tier 3 tower.
We'll see it again. And pretty much what the call here is made to turn as soon as Artis gets massive amounts of damage onto KP after the borrowed time wears off. And as soon as you see the OD astraling himself as Newbee, you know the fight's over.
Yep.
He's stuck in the midst of it all. No way of getting SCCC out. Very, very painful fight then. A little smile from Zai. It comes out just for the moment. Back to work, he says, as he gets back into the game. But 8 for 3, 5k gold lead at the moment for Evil Geniuses at this very early stage of the game.
Super good opener coming out for them, opening laning phase. Kaka now trying to find that blink dagger. I think if they try to make those gank attempts happen from now on, they want to have the Sanking there for that hard lockdown. Because other than that, they don't really have anything. It's just the kinetic field with the static storm. So they really have to be playing around with the Sanking and the OD if they want to make those plays. But very difficult when EG just playing a little bit faster, just making the moves happen. And during this, Zai's just been parked up in the top lane for quite a while.
Working
Level 7, working on mech, almost halfway there. Gonna make their timing for their push very nice. Maybe Arteezy will go for the Bloodstone and then into a pipe so that they can threaten that high ground eventually.
Definitely, as you mentioned earlier, the importance of these 4 stars for Newbee. Mugi and SCCC going straight for them. Relatively close to having them as well, and then at least there is that little bit of potential extra save to reposition their teammates.
KP finishes up his Midas, so that you know, the little bit of desperation Midas trying to catch up after that hard start that he did have. So very deep wards coming out from EG, since they know they already claimed tier 2. They can now watch a lot of the early movements out of the base coming out from Newbee, so they'll let you know. If Newbee does not smoke, they'll know a lot of where those rotations are happening.
We'll see who is the next move. I mean, at the moment, both teams seemingly content with continuing to just farm up, making sure that all lanes are covered.
They want to make a move on top. Sumail making the rotation. So I was trying to get a net, but Kaka backs up and gets a little bit safer now. Rotation's coming out though. Crit draws the line. He wants to get a deep ward so that they can start another deep ward on the left side of the map. Because right now, a lot of EG's vision is all on the right side, so they don't really have a lot of information on that left side. So, and he does put one down.
As we can see though as well for Newbee, the vision game very nice in the sense that Mugi consistently keeps this area just scattered with blade wards. So any sort of movement like that is going to be impossible from Evil Geniuses unless they come in with the smoke.
Very content. They're very happy with the way this phase is going. They're farming more, and they're also able to threaten towers. Newbee high. But Newbee have blink on Sanking, and they're 400 short. Defending this tier 1 is very difficult.
You get the deny there as EG take the tower, looking for the torrent, but in fact, Sleep will mean that the torrent doesn't connect. Nonetheless, they want to go in for more. Here comes the boat straight away. SCCC will get the dodge off with the
Oh, the static storm!
Like, and now the turnaround, 3 a trap. Massive ult for Mugi. Evil Geniuses, they have to get out somehow. Zai trying to run under the cover of the Moonlight Shadow for Sumail, but it's not enough. Zai is down. They're going to lose both of them. Zai and Sumail falling as Newbee come in perfectly with that turnaround. A great angle for Kaka to come in on the Sanking, hitting that burrow strike, setting up for a perfect combination from Faye.
That was, yeah, absolutely perfect. 3-man static storm on the exact heroes that he wanted to get. Newbee now able to turn it around a bit. Absolutely, with a little bit of miscoordination, but also that quick astral coming out from SCCC. The boat combo with the sleep is very hard to pull off versus these heroes with those defense mechanics.
We'll see it again here. I mean, the initial kind of play with the torrent and the sleep messes up, but obviously EG feel they've got enough skills elsewhere to still go for it. But they said this timing, bam, just in time, and Kaka walked through. They just didn't. They did not have eyes on the Sanking. They let him go to work, and then all the ults come out. Epicenter, everything. Everything comes out from Newbee. I mean, I feel EG were lucky to only have lost 2 there. That could have gone a lot messier, the way that turned around.
Trying to continue their aggression here down onto SCCC. Connect the torrent. He's got his 4-staff out already, so we'll have that saved. So SCCC building toward that BKB. It's going to be very helpful toward EG's lineup since they're 90% magic damage. However, we haven't seen the Miranas build toward that physical damage in the recent months. Like the Manta, the Diffuser Blades, something along those lines, and that's what Sumail does have queued up. Universe going for that Orchid, very good versus both the Abaddon and versus OD. OD, a hero that suffers a lot versus silences. Of course, Abaddon can shield it off if it's on him, so more than likely it'll be on the Abaddon in most of those engagements. Not allowed to save people.
Look at this Newbee smoking up trying to make a play, maybe to catch EG off guard, as EG may not expect this, as they know that Newbee expended the majority of their big ultimates in that last fight. And Zai, indeed, he's wandering dangerously close to them here. We'll see if they can get the catch, and it looks like they should. Kaka jumping in with the burrow strike, static storm to make sure there's no chance of a song or any sort of return play. As Newbee get clean pick off in.
Zai with the B right back. Recognize. So, yeah, Newbee making some very good reactionary plays, working with what they've got on the map so far. They haven't gotten to, they only got to claim one tower and almost a secondary one, but playing very defensive, very reactive to EG's movements.
Mugi continues to farm up very nicely on the top lane. I mean, we can see at the moment, in terms of the individual hero's net worth, it's only KP that's behind. Granted, as you mentioned, 30 minutes in, getting that Midas. He's going to start to close that gap if this game continues at this pace. So across the board, really, everyone in a very kind of equal position. There's a slight lead for Evil Geniuses, but now only being 2,000, it's really tailed off. It was a lot worse earlier on in the game, but ever since that turnaround mid and that pick-off, like as we saw onto Zai, Newbee recovering their position, and it's looking to be a close one coming out of the end of this early stage.
Yeah, EG now being a bit scared. You know that Sanking Blink Dagger is up. The threat of the big team fight is there. That's what the panel was talking about with the draft. Newbee has a very team fight oriented draft. Well, EG, they do have team fight, but they want to be able to reset and re-engage with that sleep at all times.
It looks like Dire fortified their structures.
So now Newbee able to pressure toward that top tower. They're going to get a lot of map control from getting the access points into the EG jungle. EG's not spending too much time in there though, but yeah, you see the lines pretty drawn out from Martizi. He's like, there's going to be people around here. Zai already making a move up there, sending some illusions to push out the wave.
That's the mech done now with Zai. So Evil Geniuses definitely have potential to group up and look to take these fights.
I wonder what KP is going to buy if something bad. If he's banking on gold, maybe we might see that Radiance, right?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Used to say. Yeah.
I would not be surprised.
He went for the experience and talent too, so he's going to buy this. So he's going to surge up and up that net worth and experience, of course.
Let's see if Evil Geniuses can get the catch here, but already Newbee aware to the happenings. S-Triple-C is already out.
Might get Mugi though.
Not going to quite get the initial exit, and all that force out will mean he's out of range. Mugi getting himself out. Zai's continuing to chase if he can find anything, but now with Kaka in the neighborhood, impossible for EG to go for Mugi anymore. So nice escape there from Newbee after, sort of as you say, taking the tier 1 and starting to clean out EG's jungle.
This lull period for EG is actually very threatening because now it's OD. The OD is almost going to have a BKB finished up, and that's going to completely counter all of EG's threats that they have out on the table. He's going to be super scary. The only thing they can really do is net him and kite him or sprout him, but of course he has the 4-step to kind of deal with that already. So that's probably what Newbee's waiting for next. To get that BKB online, then they can make a smoke play and get on the aggressive side, because they should be feeling quite comfortable with how much they've gotten, how much time they've gotten, how much of the map has opened up after that mid lane fight. KP's chilling. He's just been farming for a while. 3,000. He's on his way.
Really is. You know, as I said, he's going to be able to assume for the rest of them. Yeah, he's less than 1,000 really behind Samael and such. On the Mirana. Talking about Samael, how is he doing on his next item? So Manta style, yeah, just a few hundred away. Very close to having that one done.
Great, gets spotted out in the jungle. There's no way to stun him or lock him down though, so keep you away.
I mean, do you think this is an issue if you're Evil Geniuses and you are letting this sort of time pass where suddenly this Abaddon is going to pop out of the jungle and have a Radiance completed?
It's definitely scary, yeah. They're acquiring, you know, they're farming all over the place too. They're not, it's not like they're super far behind the map, but it's the fact that this OD now has BKB and Newbee actually has such a scary group up. They don't have great objective takers, but if they can group up into straight team fight, and if they win through that Song of the Siren, that's what's going to be big wins for them. We now do see the Song coming out. They are on the prowl for some Newbee heroes.
They can get Mugi. He is going to head up to the high ground, very dangerously close to them. Smail has the DD as well. There's the X-Mark setup. Can he get himself out of this one? Well, with Universe and the Silence there's no way he gets out. He tries to shove himself away, but the damage is too much. EG will claim the kill.
S-Triple-C is walking right up on Crit right now.
He gets it, jukes out the shard. And the damage coming in brings Sumail incredibly low. Zai has to Song to make sure there's no chance of a Sanities or so turning around. They try and go for the arrow timing, but it's all evil geniuses. They mess up Zai. That mech play don't keep him alive, but they turn for the bigger kill. RTZ's turned up into a bit of a static storm.
They do not want to fight into this OD right now. 72 int stolen at this point. This is scary.
And Zai did end up ticking down as well. 3 gone. And now Newbee starts to get the push on, and it's exactly as you said. As soon as that BKB's out on the OD, S-Triples, he can do what he wants in the fight.
Did you see him? He just ran into 4 heroes. He did not care at all. Kaka was farming jungle as well, and he's just like, nah, I don't need you.
72 intel stolen as well. He didn't even have to drop the ultimate.
Did we actually see where Kaka's epicenter was?
I'm not sure.
But Kaka's sake, I see it's on cooldown, and I didn't really see him in the area, so I don't know what happened. But S-Triple-C definitely just walking up, no fear whatsoever. And yeah, look at this stacked up. 72, if they're able to take a fight, it's probably going to be out by the time they will.
Yeah. If only it was level. Unfortunately, S-Triple-C even 22 minutes in.
Hey, we're talking about level 25. Of course, it's a long way away, but Newbee has some super threatening ones, be it the OD with plus duration and, of course, the Abaddon, which we've talked about is the strongest level 25 talent.
And that Radiance here is about a minute away at this pace. As he is so close to having that recipe done.
This is a scary point for me now.
I think it really is. Bottom lane, crit. Gonna hold back Kaka. Universe is there as well, but he has to be careful. I mean, Universe is playing with this, but he also knows. Shadow Blade him back off.
Kaka just blinks in aggressively, he knows.
They do have 4 of them here on Newbee, but it looks like EG will be fine as they hide in the trees, TP themselves out of there. 9 at the moment. Zai looking to get that Greaves complete. 500 gold away, and the rest of people will be out. Faith going straight for the Aghanim's this game.
Long ways away.
For sure.
His will probably not come, but it's like naturally through team fights. Maybe we'll see him get a couple big kills. That could be a way to actually deal with if the BKBs and such items come out from EG. They can just do the Astral combo into the static storm, one of the very strong combos we've seen in the past. Even though it's only isolates one target, but it can be used very effectively.
There we have it. Yeah, KP with this radius. I mean, KP, he has kept his composure and recovered absolutely amazing. We saw in that bottom lane, he was not having fun. Consistently getting dove upon. Newbee just absolutely leaving him alone. And this is why, because they felt that they could sort of hold the game off, get to this position, and you could not tell that this Abaddon had a tough opening. Plays Radiance 24 minutes in, you're fine with it.
Yeah, he's had a lot of freedom. He's literally been jungling for quite a long time now. Hasn't been needed to get involved into the engagements. After that mid-tier 1 fight, it's pretty much been all Newbee on the up and up. Had experience as well as going 6,000 for Newbee, and the gold is just about 2,000.
Yeah, just being that little bit more efficient in comparison to geniuses across the map, whilst there's this passive state of game.
And they're building for late game. They're building for that kind of tri-core scaling, because Mugi built a Maelstrom, and he's gonna go for the BKB. So he definitely wants to still be a damage dealing force versus the Timbersaw, versus the Piranha, getting this extra magic damage that comes through the Maelstrom.
I mean, it's great there. It's great against, of course, the Harvest Illusion, the Treants with Nature's Prophet. Yeah, absolutely perfect time to burn it. As you say, yeah, the speed that he's got is fantastic. Top of the net worth movie.
They'll all be damage dealers. It's going to be an OD dealing damage, the Metamancer dealing high amounts of damage amongst his ultimate, which is already one of the higher ones, of course, and then Radiance Abaddon.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. You look at EG's lineup, if you could control the Timber, sort of move out of the way of Zai's spells, who's coming in with the punch? I mean, it's going to take still a bit of time, really, before Sumail's got that much of a right click. He needs to have at least the Diffusal Blade done, and still working towards that.
And sometimes we see versus those BKBs, what's good is those instant disables, which EG does not have in this type of game. They don't have a Blink Echo Slam, they don't have a Blink Sank.
But this Moonlight, though, they will have eyes onto Kaka. He actually just got to out. They can't quite catch him now. He jumps forward, looking to block them off, and that's going to allow Triple-C to come in. They will Song, but that's going to mess up the boat combo.
They got Sumail glimpse back already.
And they've got the kill with that one. That's the big one. Sumail down for 55, and EG, I mean, it feels like they're getting sort of the jitters here on this main stage. They're making all these plays, but they're not very coherent, and Newbee, they're keeping it cool.
For sure, Kaka did there. Dodging 2 spells and getting a nice throw strike. Doesn't hit anybody, but survives and gets Sumail. That's all that matters there. And Song's on cooldown now for 100 seconds. Newbee had to expend nothing. They don't have the greatest Roche lineup, but they have the team fight around the Roche, so they might just be able to go in there and force EG to do something about it. Because EG used everything, all of their ultimate first.
I mean, they probably hope that EG knows about this. This is just them dominating the game and saying, come and fight us, because they know that there's no way that EG can in the state that they're in. This is absolutely going to be a free Roshan for Newbee as they pick up the Aegis, and this is the point now where with the items and the power that Newbee have amassed, they can start thinking about trying to push down tier 2, maybe even getting up to high.
And the Roche isn't even that slow because, you know, the Curse of Avernus, the Abaddon's already starting to scale so heavily that it actually accelerates it that much forward. Big gain there for Newbee now, having that Aegis. I wonder what KP is going to build next. With that Radiance, he's got another 3,000 already in stock.
Radiance, is Octarine still the build on this Radiance Abaddon?
It's pretty damn strong if that's what they want to go for, yeah, for sure.
I mean, we know that obviously he's going to have mana for days. He can spam up his spells, as you mentioned, having that Essence Aura, the OD when they group up and push. Looks like it's going to be the Aghanis. He picks up the point booster. That's going to be the next point of call, and I mean, that obviously brilliant as well. If they do want to try and do some bang in game 2, it's going to be massive up top. We will have the start of Evil Geniuses going for the play, and they'll pull
they actually cursed him down before.
Very nicely done.
With the Silver Edge.
Silver Edge, hasn't he, Universe?
Silver Edge Orchid, unable to use that ultimate.
Nothing
bad
can do. That's the combo. Let's him down for a minute.
Maybe now he'll change his item build. Maybe he'll switch up to a Lotus Orb or something along those lines. We'll see if he does make the adjustment. He did buy the point booster, but needs something to be able to remove that silence so that he can activate and trigger his ultimate through that Silver Edge.
Oh yeah, he does change it.
He changed it up, right?
Going for the Mantis stuff.
So more of a scaling kind of item. He wants to be a damage-dealing, transitioning core rather than getting these items.
So clean out of the way. Like the trees, just in case anyone else was going to reveal themselves, but EG backing up. Looking to stick around. That's the diffuser blade finally done us a bit, but it really feels like this
is behind.
I was going to say, this is quite a slow game from Samael. I mean, you look at the net worth on the heroes, and this is not the position you normally expect Samael to be in, at the bottom of all the cores on the map.
They put a lot of emphasis on
True, they did gank
they ganking on mid, and EG doesn't really have heroes that can save the Mirana that well. Yeah, Samael's going to be struggling against Newbee with that Aegis.
It's all about that.
Played now toward mid, smoked up on the two supports behind the OD. They're showing the Venomancer top 2, so you might not be expecting this one.
I mean, Samael, we just talked about him having a tough game. It's about to get even rougher as they trap him in the static zone. Newbee again with these big pickoffs. And at this pace, I don't know if the Samael's even going to get the chance to catch back in these games. Newbee consistently focusing him down, and it's absolutely working at this stage. It's so hard for Samael to be any sort of threat at all against Newbee's lineup.
It's such a smart way that they do it too. It's like they don't show many people on the map. The lanes are in a pretty decent spot. Then Newbee shows top. He starts cooking. He starts forcing the wave out a bit, and they smoke behind that mid lane with only 3 heroes, which she just there's no way that they can see that coming with the Venomancer showing top.
Up to the high ground, Newbee ready to push in. EG, what can they do to hold this off? There's no Samael Mirana for 25 seconds. KP can just afford to stand there, beat in upon it. We'll start to see back at least the Sand King to try and clean out this bottom lane. There's a bit of a split push coming in from Evil Genius to save themselves moving forward. Universe with the tree starting to put some pressure onto the tier 3. Looks like that's going to be enough to bring Newbee back off.
Oh, Haka just costing him all that down. Cash money. S-Triple-C building toward a Hex next, already level 20, so we were talking about those 25s a couple minutes ago, and it's approaching that point. Abaddon as well, getting level 20 soon. Once they get those level 25s, it just becomes absurd. Those two talents are super powerful for long drawn-out team fights.
I mean, what's the plan here for Evil Genius? How do they recover from this sort of slump they're hitting in the mid-game? And with a lineup that feels like it's going to be hard to come back against the size that S-Triple-C is. I mean, you see S-Triple-C is
going
into the jungle of Evil Genius, is popping the BKB. You know, he's had it with this passive play. He wants to fight. He wants to look for the action. I mean, he's now going to be a BKB charge down. I mean, we'll see if EG can capitalize on this. They've got Zai.
There's no BKB on OD, but still Aegis. They don't want to try to make a play.
They're getting out.
There. It's too scary. Abaddon's right there as well, so if you do get like the arrow combo or anything, you just move it off. Definitely can't make an aggressive play onto the Aegis there.
I mean, that just goes to show, effectively how far Newbee feel they are ahead.
Yeah.
Your OZ can just blink into the jungle, BKB, and he's like, if I get a kill, I get a kill. If I don't, whatever. Feeling that confident at the moment with the situation.
EG pretty much, like you were asking before, they need to split the map up. They need to just keep
Radiant's
splitting. So that Aegis, once the BKB start getting lower as well, the fight starts becoming a bit easier, but it still ain't easy. It's a very hard game for them coming to the further stage because of those talents that we mentioned, and just the nature of how Newbee's draft works for them. These BKBs, BKB on Venom, BKB on OD, majority of the threats from EG is just countered from that match community.
And there's no doubt that this has been played. You see Universe, he, amongst it all, is still top of the second on the net worth.
They're trying to make a play.
So much across the map.
When that Aegis expires, they're trying to make a play here. But BKB is back online for SCCC.
How do they catch it? They have to get
or an arrow.
This is the combo. Torrent there, into the arrow, perfectly done. The Orchid the boat. Very, very clean execution from EG.
That's the only way they can do it is if you can't get the BKB off.
I mean, and now that is an OD down for a minute. SCCC does not have buyback. Yep. This top lane, looking to be in trouble. EG are coming forward. Kaka tries to the epicenter, but he barely catches anyone. He gives a bit of a tickle to Arteezy, but EG stick around. The silence is down to KP. He's forced back. Mugi will
Storm on 2, on 3.
Has trapped 3 of them here. EG may have overstayed their welcome with the burst strike as well. Newbee still fight back hard without their OD. They may even get more as there's the glimpse back onto crit. Newbee say this is very much still a game we have a hold on as they bring 4 of EG down. And EG, quite like myself, maybe getting a little too excited off the back of taking down the OD.
I was just sitting there waiting for the fight recap to come up just so I can see how much damage the Venomancer did. 5,100 damage in that fight, getting everybody into the Poison Nova. Perfect follow-up Static Storm without the OD, as you were mentioning. Yeah. They get a lot of damage on that tower, though. It's down to 200 health, so it does give Universe a bit of options to go there and pressure it, but you see how hard it is for EG to get the kills on the OD there. It has to be perfect. The torrent into arrow, because they don't have that instant disable for the BKB.
And look at this. I mean, this is just the dream here as well for Faith. Just waltzes in. Look how grouped up EG are. They got so set on trying to finish off KP.
The Force Staff.
Bam.
You know, we touched on it. We said the Force Staffs were so important in this game. They almost killed KP because of the Silver Edge Orchid combo, so he couldn't use his ultimate. But then Force Staff, he's out of range, and the fight. EG just gets put into a clumping position and get hit by multiple ultimates and suffer.
Saw there, KP's like once again nearly was on the line because of the fact that he got Silver Edge hit and silence. Now he's got the Manta stuff. So they were close to killing him. Now it's so hard. There's very little they can do in terms of trying to kill him and all of the stuff.
And even the Manta Radiance illusions are just obnoxious. It's not like they really have any hard right clickers on the side of EG. It's the Nature's Prophet and the Murano for that evasion, but it's just annoying that how farmed this Abaddon can be already. 22, getting closer and closer to our 25. Universe.
We'll see. Jumping in, has the setup, Sentry down. So I will come in with the save. And straight with the glimpse. Oh no! Oh, Faith! He was there outside of the sleep radius, ready to set up with the glimpse back, and Universe is gone. I mean, Newbee, nothing goes past these guys. They will catch you.
They're getting a lot of momentum. 8,000 gold lead now. Disrupt just 3/4 of the way toward an Agnins as well. That's going to be a really nice little luxury piece that you can pick up. And the siege comes out.
Now this is Newbee's turn to go. This is how you break a high ground. The boat will come through. It's going to be juked out, whether it be Yules or Astral imprisonment to keep Newbee safe. Jump forward, SCCC just goes in. They jump forward with the bonus strike. Crit will be kept alive by Zai. Only just pipes out as well. Buyback from Universe as they do their best to hold here, EG, but already the tier 3 falling low. It will force the BKB out on SCCC. Newbee now looking to disengage. EG chasing down with the Moonlight. Can they actually get it catch onto anyone? At the same time, indeed, top lane. The rack came through. Universe did take the top melee racks. So EG, with this hold, with this split, they are paying very heavily with lives. Both Sumail and Crit go down. They got the melee racks trade, but was it worth it? Because now Newbee are back in. They know there's 2 down on EG's Faith. Will end up going down in the base as Arteezy continues to put on the pressure. But Evil Genius's base looking to be in the biggest shambles as Newbee will clean up the middle lane of racks. Still two tier 2s in both of the side lanes.
They're going for tier 4.
They're going for the game.
At least.
There's no buybacks here for EG, only RTZ and Universe. Can they actually hold this? I mean, Universe is TPing back down to try and rat again, but it doesn't matter if you're splitting the racks, if you're losing the base. One tier 4 almost certainly going to fall, potentially two. Now the buybacks have just come back on, so Mel can get back in, but already both tier 4s down. Newbee looking towards the base. There's the buyback, can they hold? RTZ with the Shiva's card trying to slow them down. The arrow connects onto the OD. Tora follows through as well. Here comes the boat, but SCCC jukes it just in time with the astral imprisonment. Newbee, they're focusing the base. They're looking for the game. RTZ looks to cut down Mugi. Not quite enough damage. Mugi's still alive. BKB out by SCCC. Blinks it. Finishes off the game. Newbee take game 1.
Wow. Super impressive way that they stalled the game out. Letting one overextension from EG punish them so heavily. That one overextension in the mid lane just set them to a point where they could farm so many different places on the map. They let the Midas start kicking in, Radiance comes online. Once the BKB hits, that's when it was the big timing for Newbee.
Absolutely. I mean, the panel said at the start, this OD, it's such a smart final pick.
It was absolutely
It did
perfect.
so much.
It was perfect game.
But again, the support play from Newbee, we saw countless times.